Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the Master of the Universe series. And before we get things started, make sure you hit that like button if these episodes are helping you, and also subscribe to the channel with the notification bell turned on so you stay up to date with all things MOTU. Now, in the last episode, we looked at superstar promos and how to create and build promos for your universe using cutscenes and Universe Mode's promo generator. In this episode, as promised, I want to follow up on promos and show you how to create your own backstage promos. Now, backstage promos don't exist at all in WWE 2K19. Add backstage promos to 2K20. But they are pretty simple to create, so let's get straight to it. So first, you want to set up a backstage brawl, and I'm going to show you how to create a single superstar promo and a dual promo with two superstars. So choose the superstar or superstars you want to use for your backstage promo. So once we set up a backstage brawl, you want to find a location where you want to capture your promo, and you have plenty of options. You could go for the locker room, the office area, catering, or you could go for the actual promo area. And in this instance, for a single promo, we're going to use the promo area. So I've chosen my location, and it is this set area that's preset by WWE 2K19. And what I did before anything is I made sure there was no other superstars around. So I chased them all off, because if they're in shot, and let's say for example you've got a certain superstar drafted to SmackDown and they're not supposed to be at Raw, or vice versa, and they're in the background of your shot, then it's not going to look too good. So just make sure you clear off any generic superstars that are hanging around the locker room area. Once you've done that, then you need to get your clips, and these clips are going to be taken into the highlight reel. So all we're going to do here is get some clips of Scott Hall for his singles promo. So I've just positioned Scott Hall in front of the WWE logo. It's a decent backdrop for anybody cutting a singles promo, and I'm just going to save these clips. I'm not actually going to do anything with Scott Hall. He's just going to stand there. So that is all he's going to do. If you want to take things one step further, you can get them doing taunts, and I will show you what that looks like once we've moved the footage into the highlight reel. But I'm going to save my clip, and then we're going to move into the highlight reel. So now we're in video and in the highlight reel. We're going to do a similar process of what we did when we got the in-ring promos in the last episode of MOTU. We're going to use the free cam and get the camera angles that we want. But instead of using cutscenes, we're using the highlight reel. Now, if you're not familiar with the highlight reel, I have made a video about the highlight reel already. I will link that in the description box below, and it might be worth watching that before trying to get your camera angles. Also as well, I'm going to be capturing all of this footage with my Elgato game capture. If you're unaware of my setup, again, I will link in the description box below, so you can understand my capture card, what I'm using, and how I am creating my WWE 2K universe. But all we're going to do here in the highlight reel is get the camera angles that we want. So we're going to move the camera around, and I'm just going to get a side shot of Scott Hall, then a face shot of Scott Hall. So pretty simple, pretty basic. I'm going to get them, and I'm just going to preview them and capture them with my Elgato, and we are done. That's all we need to do for our single superstar promo until we move into editing. Now, I did mention if you want to take things one step further, as opposed to having your superstar just standing still for their backstage promo, you can use taunts, and Dolph Ziggler has a great taunt, so you can go and assign a taunt, and I would say Dolph Ziggler's one works well. So go and assign that taunt, then go and capture your footage, and you can have a taunt that ends up looking like this. So Scott Hall has the Dolph Ziggler taunt, and he looks like he's having a go at the camera. So if you do venture down that route to use taunts, then it will look slightly more improved, but that's optional. It doesn't have to be done, but that's if you want to take things one step further, and it does sometimes look rather cool. Now if you want to do a dual promo with two superstars together talking backstage, it's the same process. So before we go into editing, I'll show you how to do that. You just pick your location once again, but you'll need two controllers because there's no chance that the AI is just going to stand still for you. So you will need two controllers. And if you're going to use custom attires, you're going to need two accounts on the PlayStation. On the Xbox, I don't think this is a problem, but you do get this annoying error message if you're trying to use custom attires with a guest signed in on the PlayStation. I have no idea why you get this stupid parental guidance warning. Very frustrating, but you will need two PlayStation accounts and that will counter this annoying issue. It was in WWE 2K18, it's in WWE 2K19. Please stop 2K, take this out, get it sorted. I don't get this problem with any other game. We shouldn't get it with a WWE game, but you will need your two controllers, rant over. And then you just want to again place your superstars where you want the promo. So you have them standing, for example, like here, just in a generic area. And again, you save that clip, take it to the highlight reel, get the angles you want, and you are done. If you're going to have two superstars talking, I would say adjust the camera angles so it looks like first Scott Hall, for example, is talking, then adjust the camera angle again to make it look like Kevin Nash is talking. So you just have the focus point on the superstar. And once you've done that, then you're going to edit. So you use your editing software. For me, it's going to be iMovie. For you, it might be something else. But now all the work goes into editing. So we're now in my editing software and I'm using iMovie, but any basic movie editing software will get the job done because what we're doing in here is very basic. All we're doing is trimming down our clips so we have a start and a finish, then we're cropping our clips to remove any unnecessary text. Now the text I'm referring to is the text in the highlight reel because the highlight reel shows your user tag and your VC. No idea why, but this needs to be removed. It will make your visuals look clean. Once you've done this, you are done. And the process is the same for both the singles promo and the dual promo. Remove unnecessary text in highlight reel for 2K20 and fix the highlight reel bug. And finally, you are ready to add your text. Now adding text, I did see a few questions about this in my previous video asking for some more detail how to do this, and I will give you more detail in this video. But you need to use an image editing software, so for example Photoshop, which is paid for, so you would need to have a subscription to it, or you can use freeware like I use with GIMP. And you just need to have a template, and once you've got that template, you can use that week in, week out. In my previous video, I did upload a template, but I believe that's now expired. I will re-upload a template and link it in this description. But it's very basic, and I would say if you have the time, put it in and design your own. But this is my template, so it's very basic. It's nothing too fancy. It's just got a smart backdrop. And all I'm going to do here is draw a text box and input my text. So I chose a different font this year. I felt last year, just letting you into a secret, in WWE 2K18, my text wasn't that clear. So make sure you think about that when you choose the text that you're going to use week in, week out for your promos, because people have got to read it. If they can't read it, then kind of defies the point of the promo. But I decided to go with a slightly more bold font and slightly more clear font, and all I'm going to do is type out what I want my promo to be. So for Scott Hall, let's just say, hey yo, it's the NWO, and that is going to be the example for this promo. All I do then is I export this, and I export it out as a PNG file so it's transparent. You must do that if you want a transparent file. Export in a PNG, not a JPEG. That won't give you the transparency that you need to drag and drop this file into a movie editing software. So export it and then drag and drop it into your movie file where your promo is taking place. So here I'm dragging in the text and it goes over where Scott Hall is cutting his backstage promo. And that's it. You are done. With the two superstars, it's the same process, but I would say with your text, put the name of the superstar that's speaking, because it might become unclear to your audience who's actually saying what. So again, I'll just show you an example. You see it here. I put Scott Hall's name as he's speaking. Then when Kevin Nash speaks, I put Kevin Nash and his name. So it's really obvious, I know, but it would cause some confusion if you didn't, because people might be thinking, oh, is Kevin Nash saying that or is Scott Hall? And if you're issuing a challenge, you want it to be clear who's saying what. So there you go. That's how you create backstage promos in WWE 2K19 for Universe Mode. I think it's a nice way to break up the matches so your Universe Mode doesn't just go match after match. And if you've got any questions, let me know in the comment section, or also follow me on Twitter as well. It's always good to find me a question there. All that's left to be said is good luck with your promos. I can't wait to see them, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more MOTU. This is Delzinski signing out.